Hello dear students, today we will talk about quantifiers, we will revise it and then we will go on reading and listening part. Firstly, you take your student's book and workbook with you and then open page 104 on your student's book. And quantifiers. Quantifiers in Turkish miktarını belirlemek. And what are quantifiers? How much, how many, not enough, enough, too many, too much. These are quantifiers. And then we look at explanation about them. And then the first one, we use quantifiers to express the quantity of something. Quantity means miktar. Bazı şeylerin miktarını belirlemek için quantifiers sözcüklerini kullanırız. When the noun is countable, we always use plural form. Eğer isim sayılabilen bir isim varsa bu her zaman çoğul yazılır. Bu isimleri kullanırsak quantifiers. For example, my sister has got too many toys. And then we use too many or too much to say that an amount is excessive. Excessive means fazla miktar. Miktarı fazla. The differences between too much and too many is the same as the differences between much and many. Too much is used with singular uncountable nouns and too many is used with plurals. Too many ve too much, too many ve too much'u cümlelerde eğer miktar fazlaysa kullanırız. Bir şeyin fazla miktarda olduğunu belirtmek için. The differences between too many and too much. Aralarındaki fark ise we use too much with uncountable nouns. Too much'ı sayılamayan isimlerde and too many'yi sayılabilen isimlerde kullanmamız. There are two examples. There are too many books for one person to carry. Too many books. Birden çok fazla kitap. Books, countable noun. For this reason we use too many. And then they eat too much fast food. Fast food is uncountable noun. For this reason we have to use too much. And then another explanation, we use how much, how many to ask about quantity. Yine miktar sorusunu sormak için ne kadar ya da kaç tane, we use how much and how many. How much money have you got? How much we use with money, uncountable nouns. And then how many books are there? Books is a countable noun. For this reason we use how many. And then enough. We use enough to say a quantity is sufficient. Sufficient means yeterli or not sufficient. To say a quantity is insufficient. Yani miktarı yeterliyse ve yeterli değilse we express it enough or not enough. For example, I didn't have enough time to answer all these questions. Yeteri kadar zamanım yok bütün soruları cevaplamak için. I didn't have enough time to answer all questions. And then second example, we've got enough players to make two teams. İki takım yapmak için yeteri kadar oyuncumuz var. Enough players. And then we look at a little and a few. Firstly, we use a little and a few to express small quantities. Small quantities means az sayıda miktarları ifade etmek için biz a little ya da a few'u kullanırız. For example, I got a few emails that I need to reply to. And then there's a little chocolate ice cream. And then what is the difference between a little and a few? The difference is we use a few with plural countable nouns. What does it mean plural countable nouns? Çoğul sayılabilen isimlerle ve miktarı azsa a few. For example, I got a few questions about phobias. And then we use a little with uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns means sayılamayan isimler. A ise sayılamayan isimlerde ve small quantities yani miktarı az ise kullanırız. I can have a little sugar for example. And now we will do exercise 2 on page 104 on your student's book. Okay, and then complete the sentences with these words. Okay, so first one it's done and second one. You got blah blah sweets, put some back. And what is the answer? Too many sweets. And then third one, I don't think we have blah blah money for cake. And enough money. And question 4, blah blah students are there in your class? And this is a question. For this reason, I have to use how many students. And then 5, there's only blah blah milk left. Should I buy some? Which one I use? Firstly, milk is uncountable nouns. For this reason, I have to use a little. And then the last one, 6, is I got a few things to do today. Okay, now we turn our student's book, page 69. There is a reading part, and this reading part is about superstitions. What does it mean? Superstitions means batıl inançlar. Okay, firstly, you will listen. Before listen, you open your page 69 on your student's book, and when you listen, you follow the lines on your reading part, and then we will answer question in exercise 3. Okay, now start to listen and don't forget to follow the lines when you're reading.
CD 2. Track 21. Listen to the article.
Superstitions? Who needs them? Superstitions have been around for thousands of years. A lot of people never walk under ladders, or they believe that black cats bring good or bad luck. Some people think one magpie is bad luck, but 2 together is good luck. Other superstitions are more modern, like football players who don't change their socks or who always enter the pitch with their right foot. Lots of people, however, believe strongly that superstitions are silly. They say that superstitions are based on old habits, customs, or beliefs. How could you have bad luck by opening an umbrella inside? Why is the number 13 more dangerous than other numbers? To prove their point, they have anti-superstition parties, usually on Friday the 13th, a date that many people think brings bad luck. At these parties, people break mirrors and dance with open umbrellas, and nothing bad happens. Peter Moore, a dentist, has been to several anti-superstition parties. He says, people must be crazy to believe that the number 7 is lucky, or that they could be more successful by putting a horseshoe outside their house. Chelsea Evans, a chef, agrees. I love the parties. I've broken lots of mirrors, and my life is going well.
Fact. Fear of the number 13 is called triskaidekaphobia, and fear of Friday the 13th is called frigatriskaidekaphobia.
Okay, now we will do, before we will do exercise 3, first we look at these words. It is written bold one. Good, we know this meaning. Luck, chance, good or bad luck. E, good means E. And then magpie is a kind of bird. in Turkish saksağın, and then sli, you know it I think, aptalca, aptal, and then old habits, customs or beliefs. And old, eski, and habits, alışkanlıklar, customs, gelenekler, or beliefs, inançlar, and then dangerous, you know its meaning. And then there is the word pitch, means football sahası, and then successful, lucky, you know these words, and horseshoe means this picture, at nalı, and then we will go on exercise 3. And there are the sentences true or false. Okay, and then second one, some superstitions come from modern beliefs. True or false? It's true. And then some football players wear 2 socks on one foot. No. And this is false. Anti-superstitions parties are for people who believe in superstitions. No, they don't believe in superstitions. This is false. And then at anti-superstition parties, people don't follow any superstitions. Yes. Is it true or false? Yes, don't follow any superstitions because they don't believe superstitions. And then Peter and Chelsea are scared to go to anti-superstition parties. No, they are go. And then this is true. Not true. False. Okay. Now we will go on exercise 4. There is an activity, and in this activity you match them with the opposite adjective. Dangerous, opposite of dangerous is, what is it? Safe. And then successful, opposite is unsuccessful, and old. And modern. And lucky, opposite is lucky, unlucky, good, bad. And slim, aptalca is sensible, means mantıklı, daha akla yatkın. Okay. Now we will go on another activity. And now you will watch a video. This video is about expressing surprise. And then you answer these 3 questions. How many teenagers are afraid of animals? 1, 5, 6. And how many teenagers say they are not afraid of anything? And then how many teenagers are afraid of other things, not animals? Okay, and which page? Firstly, I will tell the page number. Page 70 on your student's book, and then exercise 1.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of snakes and spiders. I have this one nightmare. I'm in a room and there are hundreds of snakes and thousands of spiders everywhere. It's awful.
I hate small spaces. When I was little, my big brother locked me in a closet for 2 hours. My mom was really mad at him, but it didn't help me.
I'm terrified of crocodiles, but I've never seen a real one. I hope it stays that way.
I'm afraid of flying. I always close my eyes when we take off, and I listen to music during the whole flight. I can't talk to anybody. I don't have any big fears, but my dad's terrified of me.
I'm not afraid of anything.
What are you afraid of?
exercise 1 on your student's book, page 70. And then how many of teenagers are afraid of animals? How many? Is 2. So, how many of teenagers say they are not afraid of anything? Again, 2. And then, how many of teenagers are afraid of other things, not animals? Okay, it's 2. Now, we will firstly we will go on with exercise 4, and you use these words, and then you fill in the blanks in the conversation. Okay, and the words are what? That can't be true. You are joking means joke, şaka yapmak, joking. And serious, ciddi. And then that's impossible means imkansız. Okay, let's start. And then Rose says, is Mike going to some sailing with us? No way. He is terrified of deep water. And the second one is what? And third one is that's blah blah, he is a really good swimmer. That's impossible, yes, that's impossible. And then that blah blah true, that can't be true or cannot be true. And then blah blah serious. I don't think Mike was scared of anything. And are you? Are you serious? And then your blah blah, I've never heard of it. And again we check the words. And you are what? Joking, yes. Okay, the last one. I don't what? I don't believe you. Yes, believe. Now, we will listen dialogue and then you will check your answer.
CD 2, track 22. Listen to the conversation.
Is Mike going to come sailing with us?
No way. He's terrified of deep water.
What? That's impossible. He's a really good swimmer.
No, it's true. He's got a phobia.
That can't be true. He's competing in the 50-metre freestyle at the swimming club next week.
I know, but he's scared of swimming in open water. I think it's because you can't see the bottom.
Are you serious? I didn't think Mike was scared of anything.
Well, he's afraid of deep water. It's quite a common phobia, actually.
You're joking. I've never heard of it.
Mike told me himself.
I don't believe you. I'm going to call Mike and ask him.
Okay, dear students, that's enough today. See you next lesson.